Good morning, good morning. We are live. It is a very crisp, frosty Sunday morning. I hope it's warmer where you are. And today we are on step 6 of how to wreck your personal brand. We've got 9 ways that you can wreck your personal brand. We are on day 6. Let's hope you are not doing any of those things. And if you are, then let's see if we can turn that around, because we don't want any of that old hashtag brandalism going on. So today is all about getting personal. Yes, guys and girls, you do actually have to get personal. I know in this world, this digital world of social media, email, live streaming, all of the beautiful ways that we have to connect, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. If you think, 10 years, 15 years ago, we didn't have this capacity. We didn't have this capability. When I was part of the launch for GHD, the hair, well, at the time, they were just hair straighteners back in 2001, a hair care brand called Good Hair Days. They started off with hair straighteners. Now they've got a whole range. When we launched them, we literally had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising and marketing, because these options that we had to just go live like this were not available. They just weren't available. So it was much harder. You needed television advertising, radio advertising, physical hard posters, billboards. That was the way to market yourself back then. But we've got all of these amazing digital ways now that we can use. However, I think we've got to a point in our evolution where the digital revolution has taken over so much that we've lost some of this personal touch aspect. Here's what I'm noticing is that when I went digital, I built 6 physical bricks and mortar, or 5 actually, bricks and mortar businesses, where you had to physically open the doors to meet and greet people. You had to drive customers into your building to be able to have that conversation. I built 5 companies like that before I launched my number 6 business, which was my very first online business, which is how to build a brand. Well, that's 6 years old in January. So I've seen a lot as we've grown our list, as we've built up our connections with people. And thank goodness we have these digital means to be able to connect with each other, because I've built all of my other businesses using digital means. But here's what I've noticed. I built how to build a brand to be purely online. Because I built it online and was able to make connections all over the world, I then started getting requests to speak. So speaking all over the world. So digital channels give you that ability to be able to build your personal brand in a way that you don't have to pay for it. You can do it very quickly. And if you use what we were talking about yesterday in terms of social etiquette and making sure you're connecting in the right way, then you can absolutely create an amazing relationships online. But what I've noticed is, as we launched Brand Builders Club nearly 3 years ago in February, what I've noticed is, whilst there is a digital online aspect to it, what our members are really craving is that personal experience. They're craving the ability to connect physically with one another. If that's you, let me know in the comments with this video. Do you love just online only? Would you rather sit, somewhere safely on your own and not have to speak to another human being, just literally deliver, get your message out there, and that's the way you want to build your business? That's the way you're noticing your customers really love you to engage? Or do you feel really safe going out there and being on stage and or going networking and being there in a live situation? Like, what's your preferred way of connecting with people? Because there isn't a wrong answer. There absolutely isn't a wrong answer. It's what's right for you. But we must understand that even if you want to come away from the physical live interaction side of things, picking up the phone and having meetings on Zoom, for example, or Skype. Someone asked me for a Skype meeting last week, and my brain was like, whoa, hang on a minute, Skype. I haven't used Skype for about 3 years because I've been using Zoom. Is it funny? There are so many digital ways that people can connect, but actually having physical meetings or picking up the phone or jumping on Zoom or Skype or whatever, WhatsApp, what's right for you? Tell me about what channels do you use? Because I remember when WhatsApp came out. And I thought, that's just a channel too far. That's just one channel too far. And because I'm part of international groups and we've got like 47,000 business owners and entrepreneurs that we're communicating with every week, that's a lot of people. And what I did was I started joining a couple of the WhatsApp chat groups, and oh my god, my phone was just beeping all throughout the night. And even when I managed to turn that off, when I'd wake up, there'd be so many notifications because they were global groups. I'd wake up to like 200 or 300 notifications, and that was too much for my brain to cope with. So I switched WhatsApp off. But as I started doing business with people in the Netherlands, people in South Africa, people in Australia, they only communicate using WhatsApp. So I had to really get my noodle around, okay, I need to be communicating with people on the channels that they really want me to communicate on. It's not just about, well, if you want to talk to me, you've got to Facebook Messenger me because that's my preferred method of communication. If that's not your ideal customer's method of communication, then we've got to step into their world a little bit and have a play around. Okay, so S.Files, hello, good morning. So, building that personal brand is just so important to you. And if you're going to do it, pick up the phone, create little heartbeats that you can really connect with your audience. Create that connection. I don't believe in touch points. I believe in heartbeats. And I think that when you are creating that connection and that engagement, you're going to create a brand strategy where your brand will carry itself. You want your ideal customers to become ambassadors of your brand. You don't just want customers. You want them to go out and tell, 100 other people about you. You want them to say, hey, I'd love to interview you on my podcast or my radio show. You want them to say, I've got this amazing person who also needs exactly this product or service. How can I connect you? You want them to be doing that, but you can't do that unless you really build that personal brand. And when we talk about personal brand, most of the time people think it's about, building a brand that is about you, that you can leverage. But building a personal brand is also about being personal with the heartbeats that you create. It's not about you just vomiting your message out on as many people as possible. It's about you really creating connection and engagement, because when you do that, when you have a conversation, when you show up. Hi Fiona. Oh, we got a little internet gremlin there. Hi Fiona, it's good to see you. I called them just to say, hey, how you doing? And they were like gobsmacked that I called them and was so happy that I called them. They were telling me all these things. And I had a great conversation with them. So I'm going to encourage you in terms of building your personal brand today. I want you to, I know it's a Sunday, but I want you to pick up the phone. Just pick up the phone to some people, and they don't even need to be customers. It could be friends, it could be family. Just reach out to them, find out how they are. Don't send a messenger or send a text message, actually communicate with them. The other thing that I would say in terms of being personal with your personal brand is I love sending little things like saw this and thought of you. So, how often do people actually get something through their post these days that isn't selling them something, or a bill or something, right? An invoice or something. So use the post. I love it when I'll type out a letter, and maybe there's a blog post that I've written, or there's something that I've done that will really add massive value to the people that I'm sending it to. And I've got brand color envelopes, which I got from worldofenvelopes.com. So you can buy envelopes in any color, in any style. Go and get your envelopes and actually handwrite the name and address on them. So it's handwritten. It's very important. It's handwritten and in blue ink. Blue is the most trusted color. So having blue ink on your envelopes is really, really important. So, and just send that letter. Like, send 3 letters a week. Pick who you're going to send those 3 letters to. Yes, love Eric, my postie, and my PO lady, Christine. That's awesome. And Fiona, I love the fact that you've created you're on first name terms with them. I think that's so important. So, that just doesn't happen these days, does it? So, or not often anyway. So, send 3 letters a week with, just I saw this and thought of you, or I created this and thought of you. And it could be a blog post, it could be an article, it could be that you photocopy a page out of your book or screenshot a page of the PDF of your book. And at the bottom, I'd love to give you the whole book. Just let me know if this is something that you want and I'll send it to you gladly. Just don't sell anything to these people. It's just saw this and thought of you. It's a heartbeat, not a touch point. And the more heartbeats you create, the better. One of the things I have my admin person do is every morning they send an email to 3 of our clients from me, asking them how they are. How you doing? Just checking in. Is there anything that you need support with? Anything you need help with? Well, my PA manages that, but when they come back and then they say they need help, they give that straight to me. So, it's just a way you can systemize and automate these things as you start to grow. But if you were to just contact 3 people, 3 little messages out to people who you admire, respect, want to do business with, or want to do more business with, you'll find that your personal brand totally explodes. Because what you need to do when you're building a personal brand is rent a space in the heads, hearts, and minds of the people that you want to serve. So that's it for today. I'll be back for part 7 tomorrow, part 7 of 9. If you've got any questions, please do let me know, because I'll be running the next series straight after this. And if it's something that you need help with, I want to build this around you. So let me know. Reach out either by Facebook Messenger or drop a comment under this video, and make sure you tag me in. And have an amazing Sunday. I'll be back today at 5:30 p.m. GMT for those of you that want to join me for the next part of the Confessions of a Global Changemaker series. These are things that we wish we'd known as we were building our businesses, and we don't want you to have to make the same mistakes that we made. So 5:30 p.m. every day, I'm live on this channel to support you in every way that we can. I am interviewing an amazing spirit today called Lara. Lara is a personal brand strategist, but she, from the point of view of how to dress, what to wear, how to engage people through color. So she does color analysis. She does all sorts of amazing things. So she's going to share with us things that she wished she knew when she was growing her business and building, branding, and expanding what she's doing and building her personal brand. So let's learn from the people who are actually doing it, feet on the ground. People who are focused more on purpose than on profit, and the profit is ultimately chasing them as a result. And I love that. So take care, have an amazing Sunday, and I will see you back here at 5:30 p.m. For those of you that are joining me for the next part of this series, I'll see you tomorrow around 8 a.m. Take care. Mwah.